So we got the chapter 24 spoilers. It was delayed because of some holiday in Japan. You guys know how it is. But it seems that for sure this is like the penultimate chapter of the series. And of course it is continuing to do the speed run to the finish in typical Gege fashion. And it is also continuing more of the same that happened in the previous chapter with how this is going to be concluded. And aside from that, there is actually something really cool that happens in this chapter. Something that I personally really like. So coming off of the end of the previous chapter where we saw Maru completing his cleansing ritual, I guess you could say. Is that what it was called? Cleansing ritual or something? Where he's like killing all of the cursed spirits in Tokyo because he kind of has to at this point, since he and Yuji agreed that they're going to get rid of cursed spirits and alter cursed energy in the world so that only like 5 or less cursed spirits are produced every year from this point on, but there will be no more sorcerers born. And he brought together like Cross, Yuka, and Tsurugi with him. But coming into this chapter, it seems like they were kind of just there in spirit. Not that they're dead or anything, they're definitely alive. Like we talked about in the previous review, Maru for sure healed all of them with like super reverse curse technique or whatever. Possibly even his curse technique, Chaos, amplifying that somehow along with the Mahito's curse technique and Akotsu's cursed energy from the ring. That's not confirmed. He just does it. He just heals everyone because we're actually seeing them in this chapter. It's just that they're not with Maru like holding hands in the sky they were in the previous chapter. We kind of just seeing them wake up from where they were originally. Like Yuka is just awake now. She's out of the Ten Shadows realm and she's like, huh, what happened? I mean, I don't know what she's actually saying. We don't really have much of the translations for this chapter. We have some translations, but they're very sparse, which is fine because we're going to go over the official translation on Sunday as we always do. So subscribe for that if you haven't already, guys. But as Yuka is waking up, we see like Maharaga's wheel just drop and land. It's essentially the same sequence as back when Sukuna defeated him and the wheel just drops and spins kind of. And this is, also goes back to what we were talking about in the previous review, that since Cross like teleported Dabura off the planet, it null and voided the Maharaga ritual. So he's just gone. Maharaga still has yet to have a W, or at least a W that we've seen. And yeah, he's of course not going to kill Yuka now. So she's safe. She doesn't have the brain tumor anymore. It got healed from whatever Maru was doing. Then Cross is waking up. He is healed too from his cursed energy laser wounds. And he's like looking out of the hospital window and he's seeing all of the cursed spirits being killed. And he is crying from his third eye, but it's not like debilitating or anything. And I guess it's because the souls have already been altered so that their colors are changed, because it was also revealed that the Kalians, cursed spirits, and Romellians all have like the same color souls. And that's why they all have like that linking dynamic to them. I don't know if it's already happened, but I do think they talk about it in this chapter and we'll get to that. But Cross is fine. Maru, I guess after he winds up killing all of the spirits, comes down and like helps Tsurugi get up. So Tsurugi's healed too. He's fine. So again, like we talked about, they're all fine. Everybody's healed. Nobody's dead. Now we're just cutting away from that and we're coming to the coolest part of this chapter for sure. We're actually getting to see what happens with Dabura when he goes back to Samuria. Because in the previous chapter, Maru and Dabura agreed that Dabura should just leave the planet at this point. And Maru like teleported Dabura to Africa to get the black rope from Miguel's tribe so that he could cut off the curse that the Descrute chief put on his sister. And then I assumed that Maru, with his Harmony curse technique, along with all the other buffs we were talking about, would just teleport Dabura and his sister to Samuria, which is wild. Like, that's how powerful Maru was. He could just teleport you light years to another planet, which he did, because Dabura is back on Samuria and we see him just walk into the Descrute chief's bedroom. He's like with 2 women here and his sister is there too, and she like takes off her hood and we see her face for the first time and they say something. I'm sure it's like a cold-blooded line, and then they don't waste any time and Dabura just like blows up the bedroom and then just takes off the chief's head, and then he like throws it in front of the rest of the Descrute, and they seem to be happy about it, so I guess he sucked. And this is great because it's a cool sequence. We want to see Dabura do this. Like, Dabura's not a villain. And also, this is exactly what we talked about in the previous review. Like, straight up verbatim, essentially. So that's solved. And I don't know if they're talking about Dabura becoming the new chief or somebody else taking his place. I mean, somebody has to take his place, I guess. But I don't know if it's going to be Dabura. I think Dabura says that he's going to, like, give Dora a proper burial or something like that. But yeah, great sequence. It's just a shame it was so rushed. Then we're coming to the Romellian ship, which is like planted in Tokyo now. We're seeing this like council meeting of the Romellians. And it's really hard to make out what they're talking about here, but I think they're talking about how the souls have been altered between the Romellians, the Callians, and the cursed spirits. And they seem to be okay with the cursed spirits being killed now. I could be wrong about that. And then I think they start talking about how they're just going to protect Earth from this point on. So it does seem like they're in harmony with humanity at this point. There's other things that they're talking about, something about bloodlines, and I think maybe future Romellians being born, something like that. Again, we'll get into this way more on Sunday. But first, let's talk about our favorite Japanese pop snack subscription box, and that's Tokyo Treat, because this month it's Sakura Spring Snack Fest, and it's filled with springtime treats in honor of the Sakura season. Tokyo Treat boxes also come with a booklet that explain all of the snacks in the box along with Japan and its culture. First, I tried the Sakura Shrimp Rice Crackers. They have this really unique cherry blossom flavor to it that balances with the shrimp rice crackers. Then I tried these strawberry cream cookies. These are super crispy and have a sweet, tangy strawberry cream in the center. Then I tried the Sakura Blossom Cake. So this is a soft cake with dough made from cherry blossom leaves. And this pink in the center is actually chocolate. This thing is so good and has a great soft texture to it. Really enjoyed this. Then I tried the Sakura Kit Kats, and it says that it's a creamy chocolate topped with a pop of sweet cherry blossom flavor, and that is true, but it tastes like cake. It's transcending the cherry blossom flavor. So guys, you can get your very own Tokyo Treat box by checking the link in the description, and make sure you use code Zhoniin for $5 off your first box. Thanks, guys. Then at the very end of the chapter, we come back to Yuji, and then he's walking in what seems to be like some kind of like library collection place. I don't know. It's hard to see, but like a bunch of like shelves and stuff, like cubby holes with like cursed tools, cursed items in it. Maybe it's hard to really make out, like I said, but we see Little Panda in this area that he's in, and Yuji talks to Little Panda. I think they just say like long time no see, something like that. So that's cool. I don't know what this is going to lead to. I guess it just shows that Yuji is visiting him, but like, is he just here? Is Panda just stuck in this little cubby hole forever? I don't know what's going on here. And judging from like what it says at the very bottom of the chapter on the last page, it says something about like 3 consecutive color pages for the super climax or something like that, which I guess means that, yeah, for sure, chapter 25 is the last chapter of the series, which we assumed. So yeah, that was fun, I guess. I mean, we already kind of took the major blow for how the series was going to end in the previous chapter, so I guess the next chapter is just going to be everybody holding hands and everything's going to be cool, right? I mean, maybe we'll see what happens years into the future with Yuji, or how they're ultimately going to try to solve the problems that they have with the minimal cursed spirits happening, and how there's going to be no sorcerers from this point on. But yeah, we'll get more into this on Sunday. Again, let me know in the comments how you feel about this, and if you liked it, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.